Taking out the trash, one of those tasks we have to do and often don't think about what happens with it next. In this episode of Merrill Moments, we take a look at how the City of Merrill has thought about it and how they're changing the way they handle it, not only for our benefit, but especially for the benefit of city employees that we depend on to take it away.
We're moving from a manual style collection, which is basically garbage bags and recycling bins out on the curb, picked up by employees, to an automated collection. And that consists of 95-gallon rollout carts, and goes from a two-man crew down to a one-man crew. The operator of the truck actually drives the truck and operates a robotic arm that's on the truck that grabs the carts, picks them up, empties them into the truck, and puts them back in place, and they move on. Garbage recycling collection is definitely a very dangerous job. It's actually one of the top 5 most dangerous jobs in some of those national studies you read about every year, for a couple of reasons. One is traffic safety. You've got guys standing on the back of trucks in traffic, really without a work zone at all. There's no cones, no barricades, just flashing lights on the truck. The employees also hopping on and off that truck a couple thousand times a week, so there's a lot of repetitive motion, a lot of opportunities for slips and falls in the wintertime, and then just that handling of unknown materials. We don't know what's in everybody's garbage bag, what's in every recycling bin, so you're handling literally everybody's garbage every single day. The biggest reason was worker safety, just trying to keep our employees safe. Another big reason is efficiency, going from 4 employees essentially, 2 on garbage and 2 on recycling, to 1 on each. We're able to utilize those extra employees back on the street crew doing street and sidewalk maintenance. We're actually able to go from a 5-day collection route down to a 4, so we're going to be collecting from Monday through Thursday now instead of Monday through Friday. For the residents, one of the big benefits is going to be just the carts themselves. You're going to have a really nice 95-gallon weatherproof container to keep your materials in all week. Studies have shown it's a lot easier to just tip that container back on its wheels and roll it out to the side of the street rather than bending over, picking up your recycling bin and carrying that across your sidewalk. And these carts are really weatherproof. They don't tip over in the wind, so on windy days we won't have recycling bins and lids flying all over the neighborhood. They resist, animals getting into your garbage bags. And also it just gives the city a nice, clean appearance. Everybody's got the same containers. They're all put out in the same fashion, in the same place. Just gives a nice, clean, uniform look. The carts are going to be delivered starting the week of May 16th. They expect that to take about 2 weeks. The carts are going to be delivered to the spot that we designated over the last few weeks as where we want to pick your cart up from. So when you see the cart delivered there, that's where we want to start collecting from. And we may have to make adjustments in certain spots around town. And then the actual collection of those carts is going to start June 6th. So we ask that residents please don't use the new carts, even though you might have them for a week or 2, until after June 6th, because up until that point we're going to be collecting manually. On your collection day or the night before, you're going to take your cart and basically tip it back on its wheels and roll it out to your designated spot. When you bring your cart out to the street, you're going to stop right behind the back of the curb. We're asking that you please don't put the cart out in the street so it's not hit by passing cars, snowplows, etc. Good rule of thumb is the handle faces the house, or on the lid there's 2 arrows. The arrows are going to face towards the street. That's the orientation we want them parked in. So if your normal collection is going to be out of the end of your driveway, just like this is perfect, right at the end of your driveway, the back side of the curb. Now if your collection is on a normal boulevard without a driveway, it's going to look something like this. Put your cart out at the boulevard behind the back of the curb. Big thing with these carts is going to be spacing. You need about 3 feet of space between the carts so that our truck has room to actually grab them. So try to keep them 3 feet away from any other objects like other carts, trees, fire hydrants, parked cars, whatever else might be out there. We won't be able to collect garbage and recycling carts on top of snowbanks. So in the wintertime it'll be important to know how much space those carts are taking up right now in summer. And that much area you're going to need to keep shoveled out all winter long. And if you keep up with it every snowfall, it'll be easy to do. But just be aware that you're going to have to keep an area cleared out for the carts. Materials are going to stay the same. Garbage still needs to be bagged, placed in the garbage cart. Recyclables still be placed loose in your recycling cart. No plastic bags in your recycling, no bundling them together. The garbage cart with the black lid will be for garbage, and the one with the yellow lid will be for recycling. We're still going to collect yard waste in clear plastic bags, curbside on your normal collection day. Bundled brush will be the same as always. We're still going to have large item collection April through October, and we'll still have a spring and fall brush cleanup. Recycling is still going to be commingled, so all the same materials we collect now can still be commingled together. Everything needs to be rinsed clean and dried out. and placed in there loose. A big tip for saving space in these containers is going to be cardboard. Everybody produces a lot of cardboard these days. Cardboard boxes, as long as you break them down, and if they're really oversized, maybe cutting them into smaller pieces so that they fit flat in your container. But the key is to keep them flat. You're going to save a lot of space that way. If you do have extra material that doesn't fit that week, that's fine. Either try to find a neighbor that has some room in their cart, or just save it until the week following, and we'll collect it then. We're only collecting these from these carts, so your garbage bags will still be put in the garbage cart. Recyclables will still be all the same materials as before, still placed loose but in that recycling cart. We're asking that we only use the city provided containers. If you don't need your old trash cans after we start, just give us a call and we'll come and collect them if you don't need them anymore. Going from a 5-day collection route down to 4, we were able to consolidate routes, and so there was a letter that was sent out to all Merrill properties like a few weeks ago, and at every address, one of your carts is going to have an information packet, and that'll include a rules sheet, a list of the collectible materials, as well as a copy of the map and a calendar of the upcoming year. So check that calendar, check that map for your new collection day, and pay attention to the calendar because it'll have the holidays all indicated when we have collection on those holiday weeks. The standard allotment for a single family home, they're going to receive one of each cart, one garbage, one recycling. Any multi-unit apartments, duplexes, things over single family are going to be allowed up to 2 of each, garbage and recycling. And the same is for businesses. Your standard allotment is going to be 2 of each. If you need extra at that time, give us a call. This is one of our new automated trucks. We've got 2 of these, one for garbage, one for recycling. The real working part of it is the arm right here, the robotic arm. Essentially the arm will come out. These are the grabber arms right here. They're going to grab the cart, clamp onto it, bring it back tight to the truck, and then pick it up and dump it into the hopper. So these trucks are operated from inside a cab, and the entire collection arm is actually operated from one of 2 joysticks, either side of the cab, left or right side. No more employee in the back having to pick up carts or bags manually. It's all done from inside the cab. There's a series of cameras on the truck, 4 total, that show where they are in comparison to the cart. It also shows what's being dumped into the hopper, so we know what's being emptied into our trucks.
Seems like a win-win for us and the City of Merrill. Remember, the new schedule limits recycling pickup to every other week, while garbage pickup will continue to happen weekly. If you have any questions about this upcoming change, call the street department at 715-536-4222 or check out the City of Merrill website. That's it for this episode. Thanks for watching.